Hello, it's Jordan here at the Foragers Farm, where the sheep are sunning themselves and a couple baby lambs are doing the same. But I just figured I would read the newsletter that I sent out, story, and show you around the farm here. Sometimes I wonder what working in the corporate realm would be like. What if I quit my farm job and just went and worked a day job? Or rather, what if I was forced to do that? And then I wouldn't get to hang out with these lambs as much. This isn't something I do all the time, but once in a while I like to ask random strangers whether they like their job or not. For instance, the other day, I was in Dollar General to grab a battery for the welding helmet visor to work properly, and I asked the youngish looking girl behind the kiosk my random job question. Reason being, I'd been watching her interaction with the guy in front of me checking out, and as he absent-mindedly walked out with his new broom, the handle swung around and almost hit the card reader thingamajig. Jokingly, I said, "Watch out or he might hit you." For some reason, she didn't really see much humor in it, almost took it like I was serious and nodded her head in agreement with me. Cue my question about her liking her job at this point. She hesitated and then glumly said, "I wouldn't recommend it, for sure, if you have a life outside of it." I thought that was quite the wise insight coming from such a young looking girl. We exchanged a few more words about working at DG, and as I left, I told her at least she wasn't stuck there forever, and I wished her a good day. Hopping in my Forerunner, it got me thinking just how blessed I am to live and work on a farm. And even though I wonder some days if this is really where I want to be, it's not exactly the perfect farm at this point, lol. Hearing that DG workers' point of view made bouncing back to my farm work that much more of a joy. Sorry, Snowball, am I disturbing you and your lambs? Even though I wonder some days if this is... Oh wait, I read that already. Because you know what? I actually have a life on the farm. Like, it's not all that soul-sucking of a job, really. There's quite a nice variety of things to do, and best of all, I get to work amongst God's beautiful nature. For example, over the last several weeks, I've been trying to take a couple hours out of the day and focus on doing some work in the woods. Bye for now. I'm going to move on to show these fogies more of this pasture here. These woods are close to a spot on the farm where I've grazed my sheep several times through the last few years I've had them. This is the spot that I'm referring to in this story. And every time I poke the sheep's portable fence in by these woods, I think, man, it'd sure be neat if I could graze my sheep through them. But the problem is they're so overgrown with small junk saplings and trees, briars, wild grapevines and the like, that I've never been able to get a fence through them properly. So I haven't. Or if I have, it's been very annoying and such a pain that I didn't ever really feel like it was worth it. So, in the last several weeks, me and my Husqvarna chainsaw have finally made a bit of a difference in these woods. It's taken some sweat, toil, and tears. Another one of my dad's favorite phrases, by the way. And now, I've got a decent enough line cleared out that I'll manage to get a fence set up through there in the near future, actually right now. This is part of the clearing that I did. I think I'm going to hand over the next phase of cleanup to the good old foragers, aka my sheep, and see what they can do to it next. See all the vines and stuff. It's pretty rough. There's a lot of forage growing in here, but it's not grass. It's more like honeysuckle vines, which they do like, and other various weeds and leaves with sparse bits of grass. But yeah, I think I'll take the DG cashier's advice though and keep my current job for as long as I can. The good Lord willing, and the sheep don't croak. Alrighty, there you have it. That was written by me here last Friday, which would have been April 3, 2026. That story. And yeah, thanks for watching and listening. If you want to get these stories delivered to your email inbox and keep up with what's going on here with the sheep and lamb meat sales and Taliban, feel free to head over to theforagersfarm.com and sign up to our list. Have a good day.